Well, um, beyond the obvious, which always we need resources to do this work. Um, there's really fundamentally two things. First, we want to keep our community involved and, in some sense, maybe empowered by our work. Um, Having that connection from the community, we believe does that. It does it for us. We think it does it for our community. And then secondly, for those who don't quite know, there's a lot of our work that's not funded by any grant or, um, formal funding. And so a lot of that work comes from our donors, and who are mostly from our community. Um, most people know us by our symposium, and the symposium essentially just pays for itself every year. But a lot of our work, particularly like the Cure Advocacy Network, our legislative efforts where we pass bills in a number of states, you can't get grant funding for that. Most grantors won't give you resources to do any kind of political lobbying or influence. Um, and then some of our other efforts that are really kind of nuanced, where we're kind of acting as a facilitator in the research space and in the kind of larger, what we always call this research ecosystem. It's really difficult to get grants for that kind of work, like our neuromodulation work group and our translational work group, and even our new initiative, the Lab Rats. We expect that we'll be able to fund that at some point. But right now, to get it up off the ground and doing what it's doing, placing people with spinal cord injuries into research labs and on research projects, um, we wanted to get that going. And a lot of times you can't get funding for a brand new initiative without any kind of, background.
Right. And that's been our MO, right? It's kind of like, I mean, what you said in your newsletter a few weeks ago, it's like we see something that we think we should pursue. We figure out if we can pursue it, and then we just hit the ground running, and we hope that people jump on board and kind of follow along. And I mean, the monthly donor campaign is kind of a way for people to say, hey, we like what you're doing, and we want you to keep doing more of it.